Fables of La Fontaine. The Oyster and its Claimants. Two travelers discovered on the beach an oyster carried thither by the sea. 'Twas eyed with equal greediness by each. Then came the question, whose was it to be? One, stooping down to pounce upon the prize, was thrust away before his hand could snatch it. "Not quite so quickly," his companion cries. "If you've a claim here, I've a claim to match it. The first that saw it has the better right to its possession. Come, you can't deny it." "Well," said his friend, "my orbs are pretty bright, and I, upon my life, was first to spy it. You, not at all, or if you did perceive it, I smelt it long before it was in the view. But here's a lawyer coming. Let us leave it to him to arbitrate between the two." The lawyer listens with a stolid face, arrives at his decision in a minute, and, as the shortest way to end the case, opens the shell and eats the fish within it. The rivals look upon him with dismay. "This court," he says, "awards you each a shell. You've neither of you any costs to pay, and so be happy. Go in peace. Farewell." How often, what causes to trial are brought, does the lawyer get pelf and the client get not? The former will pocket his fees with a sneer, while the latter sneaks off with a flea in his ear. Well, there you have it. And isn't that the truth? We've all heard numerous jokes about lawyers, how terrible they are, how greedy they are, how unethical they are. In my experience, this has been 100% true in 99% of the cases. I have one lawyer, and that's a property lawyer, who is excellent. I have nothing bad to say about this guy. Any lawyers I've seen in court, they don't care one way or the other. They want their money. They'll pretty much do anything for money, and they will rip you off left, right, and center. Anytime something is brought to court, the two people generally are going to suffer financially. And I don't know how much justice they're going to get, but it's going to be a Pyrrhic victory for one. And a Pyrrhic victory is a victory that comes at great cost. Yes, you may win in court, but you're going to take a beating financially or emotionally or with wasted time or a combination of all of the above. And it's absolutely terrible. If you can settle your grievances and your complaints outside of court, this is by far the greatest thing you can do. And God knows I've tried to do this. For 10 years, I managed to stay out of court on a particular issue, and that was fine. But if some moron is hell-bent on dragging you off to court, it's going to destroy you. It's probably going to destroy the other person and all other people involved. And the only people who are going to be happy by this are the lawyers who will charge you through the nose. And you can say goodbye to any nest egg you've put aside. And it's absolutely disgusting and it's absolutely terrible. But sometimes people just will drag you off to court, more to cause you harm than to benefit themselves. And at the end, just like this story, two passers-by walking on the beach see an oyster, they both grab for it, they argue over it, a lawyer comes by, breaks it open, eats the meat of the oyster, gives each of the people a shell, says, "Toodaloo, see you later." And they're left there with the shell. And that's pretty much pretty accurate how court goes. It's terrible, it's sad, but this is what happens, and hopefully you don't get dragged into court. It will really cause great problems and could potentially destroy your whole life. Anyway, if you have anything to add or anything you'd like to say, down below, please. Till next time, goodbye.